Boom, 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 boom. What's up, y'all? I had it. Boom, boom, boom. What's up, yins? I hope y'all are having a amazing Thursday. It's been so long, 3 days. I can't take it, man. Mike, how you doing?
I'm blessed, man. It's a day and it's a situation where if the Pens win, we're in the playoffs, baby.
Win
So
we in.
nothing
Let's
but good
go.
vibes. Nothing but good vibes today.
Yeah.
Hey, hopefully you guys have found us on this new channel. We're still debating if we're doing live streams or uploads. You guys let us know in the comments, and
Mm-hmm.
we will listen to you guys. But right now, this is just going to be a video uploaded,
Yep.
and make sure you guys hit the like button, subscribe, and hit that little bell so you know every time we post a video or go live. And that's
Yeah.
pretty much it. Let's get into it.
Yeah, I mean we missed them on the live streams on for the what was the series? The Panther series when we double sweep in Pittsburgh. Just to shout out the Pirates real quick. Orioles and Panthers. Not only did we bounce the reigning champs out of the playoff contention, technically, they got eliminated through our 8-2 win. It was just a dominant weekend in Pittsburgh.
You want to take 3 seconds for a little Gino Hattie?
Gino, 1, 2. All right, the online, it's tough. You guys know.
Yeah, it's tough.
But 3
offline,
claps,
yeah.
3 goals for Gino. He's still got it. He's not on my left right now, but he can still get it done.
Yep. We did miss we missed over Easter weekend, but that's because we have priorities.
Figuring out the new channel. I know a lot of you at home are Christians. And I hope you guys have been seeing the short form content recently. Not to do another plug, but have been doing the Instagram, YouTube, and even Twitter lately. So we'll link all of those below.
And we'll get into it, but the reason we like doing the shorts is because if you don't have time to sit around for 30 minutes, we kind of highlight. It's like the highlights of the stream, the biggest points and the most exciting points of the pod.
Mm-hmm.
That's why we do that. But let's get into. Do you want to get into the sweep, or you want to get into?
We can talk about the sweep, and I'll quickly alley oop and lay up off of Gino. Gino, after scoring the game, a lot of buzz around him. Talking about next year, he did officially state that he wants to sign the contract, but he wants Igor Chinnikov to sign it first. So hopefully that actually comes into fruition.
I didn't see that.
Yeah, it was actually a quote directly from him. So it was pretty interesting to see him say that. Hopefully both of those re-signings happen during the offseason when Muse says and Dubas said, we want to get these done, but during the offseason, we're not going to focus on it while we're in playoff mode,
Yeah, which I feel like that can help in her. It's nice. It's nice for the people or for the players not to worry about the contracts.
Mm-hmm.
Just focus on hockey and play.
Yeah.
But also, some people play better when they have that sense of security. But also, some players play better when.
Yeah, I know.
Some players play better when they don't have that security and they're back to kind of on the wall.
Yeah. So. If Malkin wants that legacy money, he's still got to go get in. Do what he does for this team to make a Stanley Cup playoff run.
Exactly, and he showed in that.
I don't even think we really need to talk about much about the Panthers game. They're a losing team. We dominated them. Offense looked great. Sheloff had his moments, but overall looked solid. Anything you want to touch on the series?
I think the only thing I have to say is we did what we were meant to do. The series shouldn't have gone any other way. If we would have lost the game, that's a disappointment.
Yeah.
Nothing but 2 regulation wins, 4 points. That's what we needed, and that's what we got. So I think that's all I have to say about it. Eventful, but kind of uneventful because as fans, we expected it.
Truthfully, the way I've been looking at the season is ever since we beat the Islanders, what was it, 8-3 or 8-4, whatever. It's kind of just been, all right, let's just get to the playoffs. Because obviously, a win and we're in tonight. We're gonna win one of these 4 games. So next episode, look for an in-depth breakdown on the playoffs and lineups and matchups specifically, a fully in-depth thing. We're just gonna, we got a few different things to talk about tonight, but yeah, Panther series, it was fun nonetheless to beat the reigning champs.
Yeah. I think let's dive into tonight's win and in scenario. I'm gonna go through all the possibilities that the Penguins can make the playoffs tonight on Thursday. First off, win and in. If the Penguins win in any circumstance, in overtime if they win, or in regulation, they're in the playoffs. Now, if they make it to overtime and lose, if the Columbus Blue Jackets lose tonight in any fashion, they are in. So make sure we're rooting against the Blue Jackets.
Yep, always.
And then finally, if the Penguins lose in regulation, so get 0 points, we need the Columbus Blue Jackets to lose in regulation, and we also need the Toronto Maple Leafs to beat the Islanders.
Yep. Thank you for that, Mick. That's a lot to say. Obviously, there's some situations that are more likely than any other, but Mickey, out of those 3 possible teams that we can play, what would you like to see the Penguins for the first round? Obviously, 2 seed at home, hopefully.
I mean, you
gotta
what
choose
I
one.
said originally. I like the Flyers. I like the Pennsylvania matchup.
Yep.
You can never beat that. But then I like us against the Blue Jackets as well. I like how we match up against them.
Yeah, the way I see it is the only team I don't truthfully want to go against are the Blue Jackets, because even though I think we have 2 wins against all of these teams and the records are kind of similar, Blue Jackets just have been playing the best recently, and while the Penguins have been the second, I think they've statistically been the second best offensive team since the Olympic break. I take that, even though it's not the whole season, I take that into account, just like I take how the Blue Jackets since the Olympic break have been on fire. So, and I think even though Islanders, we lit them up recently, and that's not who they are traditionally. Like, they're not going to pull their goalie when we're in a playoff series. I think just the natural confidence that we have going against them is good, along with the Flyers. I think we're just a straight up better team than them.
Yeah, I agree. And the reason I want the Flyers is because I'm going from a entertainment standpoint.
Yeah.
Every matchup we've gone against them has been electric. I remember the first game they played this year was absolutely electric. Multiple fights after the overtime, and then a shootout loss. It was insane, but I want to see that in the playoffs because it's been a while since we've got that Pennsylvania playoff matchup.
I don't like them. I don't like anyone on that team. Is that
No?
No,
that's right.
Yeah. Come on. So you know how it is. You know how it is when this guy goes against the Flyers. So yeah, I think we agree that we both would like to play the Flyers because I think it'd be the most entertaining, and I think it's the easiest matchup. Because then we're probably gonna roll to the Canes next round, and we're not gonna talk about too much that episode because that'll be an interesting first round matchup. And coming off this weekend, seeing how the Panthers have gone from the top of the league kind of the bottom, and some people say they're tanking, it kind of brings up the interesting money talk specifically in the NHL, and for a team like the Penguins, who we've kind of over succeeded this year because from capital wise we've barely spent any money from the full salary budget, and we're still one of the best teams in the NHL. So it's insane to see how we've done that. Obviously Dubas masterclass, but it also just shows that how the money in the NHL is a factor.
Yeah, it is.
Because a team like the Panthers, they've spent all their money, and now you're seeing their fall off in a way, and how it's kind of flipped on the head. But also a team like the Dallas Stars, they're right on that salary cap and kind of tiptoeing, and you see they're one of the best teams in the league. So it sees how you pay for what you get, but also when you have guys like Parker Wotherspoon on $1 million contract, and you get these free agents, Mantha, Brazeau, who didn't really have great seasons before this, but through the coaching of Muse and just the overall wit of Kyle Dubas, we're able to flip these guys into great players who are great assets. It's been interesting to see the Penguins, how they've been able to strive through their the amount of money they spent at the end.
Yeah, I agree. The one thing about the Panthers I want to say is I think they're injured a little bit this year.
Mm-hmm.
So I think they're going to be a scary team next year, especially because they have a chance to get a lottery pick, and that's if they get a nice little star right there, they're going to be a force to come with. But I agree with everything you said about the money in the NHL and how the Pens have kind of made great moves and haven't spent a lot of mones.
Yeah, Yeah, like you always bring up, you're getting value from a rookie contract of Ben Kindle, of guy who's been playing great for a rookie, almost 20 goals this season, just more savvy than he should be. And we also brought up the sweep that happened with the Pirates. It's just interesting to see the sports of NHL versus MLB, how there's a there's a salary cap in hockey, and then there's really nothing in baseball. How last year they were saying to the Pirates, sell the team because money wise we're not spending any of it. Which is so interesting because you look at the Penguins, we're kind of in the same boat. We could have gone out at the trade deadline and went for something crazy, but we're going to make the playoffs and I think make it a far way without even doing that. So it's interesting to see the two different sports, you know?
Yeah, I think it's kind of like the trust in the GMs and like the owners. Because, you know, the Pirates, they've been a failing franchise for who knows how long. The city of, like, it's been a disappointment to the city. And the Penguins, you know, they've had a great history, and they, you know, after seeing what Dubas has done this year, they kind of supported him in not making a move, and we would have supported him if he would have made a move or not, and spent the money or not. So I think it's kind of like a trust thing. Yeah,
it's just interesting seeing like the flip of the Pirates fans saying sell the team, but then just because they're not spending money in it, baseball is just. It's kind of that sport, you know, where you pay for what you get, and we're seeing it in NHL. It's a little different, and hopefully these Pens can, you know, we'll see what the future holds for this team. But I love talking a little bit of that money and seeing like the little behind the scenes of why things are the way they are, just a little bit.
For sure, and you know, a little we're dropping for the Pirates. You know, we're a puck talking team, but it doesn't. We know our stuff about little baseball and little football every now and then.
Someone will say hoist the cone every once in a while.
Hey, let's get it.
Yeah. I think we can get into the recent news of the Penguins had team awards. So
yes, you told me about that, and you said we're going to do me personally live reaction to these team awards. So let's get into it.
Let's get on into it. We got what do we got? We got most valuable player, Erik Karlsson. Very interesting.
Okay.
I mean,
yeah.
I can't say I disagree.
It has to be him or Sid, and the way Karlsson's been playing recently, it's hard not to go with him. He's really kept the team in the race so far. I think,
especially second half. I mean, as a defenseman too. As a defenseman, it's been insane. Erik Karlsson's play. Players Player Award, Sidney Crosby. So
I'm assuming that's
probably like just like the role guy, whoever you know, whatever guy is best for the team. And I think Sidney Crosby is veteran, his veteran approach and just his presence in the locker room, along with fighting through injuries. I think beautiful, Sidney Crosby.
Yeah. You can never get tired of Sid.
Yeah, so he deserves that award for sure. Unsung hero, Achari. A little cookie action. Interesting.
I like it because Lizotte is hurt.
Yeah.
And Achari really stepped up.
Yeah.
So if Lizotte would have been playing this whole season, my choice would be him. But I think Achari, yes, he's been putting the pucks in the net recently, and he's been in that fourth line, in that great fourth line this entire time. And, you know, I feel like he is an unsung hero. He doesn't get much credit, but he's putting in the work night in, night out.
Yeah,
so
I know.
I don't think that's a bad choice.
Also, you know, a great faceoff guy, a good person to have on that fourth line because he's great at special teams and also great with faceoff. So it's also kind of like undervalued. Same boat as that unsung hero. Because I mean, nobody ever talks about Achari, and then he goes out, he gets the dirty rebound goals that often kick off the game. I feel like he's had the first goal, or at least the first two goals, like quite a bit for this team. So you know, it's always interesting to see. Player of the year, Ryan Shea and Blake Lizotte. Interesting, because obviously Blake Lizotte, known for his forechecking, but also just being a defensive presence, along with Ryan
best
Shea.
Player on your penalty kill. Also.
Yeah, that's definitely what that is. And then
is Ryan Shea up there because of his plus minus? No one scores goals when he's on the ice.
No one scores goals for him, and it's a defensive player of the year, and he is a defenseman. So honestly, I'm not too mad at that. I actually like that pick because he is a defenseman and has your best plus minus. So, and that's an important stat for defense specifically.
Yeah,
I like that. And
I like both of those. Yeah.
Yeah. With the way the other defenseman I'm thinking of off the top of my head right now, I honestly do think that makes sense for Ryan Shea. Yeah. I actually love that pick, and I like that split with Lizotte. Even though Lizotte's currently,
I agree.
That's actually really good. And then good guy Brian Rusty. I mean, who doesn't like Rusty? He's got his own shake, for gosh dang it. family friendly.
Dude, that shake is delicious. Also, we'll get into that.
I love that shake. That shake is so good.
Rusty shake.
Overpriced.
Man, has some great taste.
It's a little overpriced. But, media good guy. I could also throw someone who recently got a lot of interviews, Miroshov. Just great media answers. Who else is good on the mic? I mean, Ben Kindle, when they tried to mic him up, that's honestly very fun for the social media specifically. And then, obviously, I love Malkin for this award, too. The media good guy. Honestly, no. Actually, Malkin sometimes trolls. So if it is media good guy, Malkin sometimes trolls. Obviously got the suspension, so maybe that's a personal pick for me. Wild, because I love a Malkin interview where I can't understand half the words, but it's these short phrases.
Malkin's interviews are like the funniest thing ever.
Yeah, it can't really get better than that. But honestly, great picks all around. Whoever, I'm assuming this is player voted or coaches vote. I love
probably
all these.
Both.
Yeah, maybe me and Mickey will go through and give another pick of each of the ones. So
maybe we'll maybe we'll do our own little awards.
Yeah, we'll get to that right now. We're always in the lab. Stu and Net tonight. I kind of agree with Muse that the Miroshov, he wouldn't have had enough games. If we brought him up with 10 games left and gave him like 4 to 5, then maybe he could have been the number 2. But let's just try to let Stu get hot. I agree with that. Lineups, pretty sure Lazat's not back yet. He's still hurt. I hope we just get the win and everyone stays healthy. I went Russ first goal, 3-0 Pens. And then the last thing I wanted to say is the reason I'm okay with Ryan Shea actually winning and Blake Lazat splitting the Defense Player of the Year is because I actually think Parker Wotherspoon should have won Unsung Hero. Yes, Achari is a good runner-up, but I truthfully think Parker Wotherspoon has not only elevated Carlson's play to a brand new level, along with obviously Muse and others. I think he has quietly been the best defenseman and just does the right thing. He just plays the game the right way. I think if a lot of other players in the NHL and even on the Penguins modeled their game after Parker Wotherspoon, the league would have elevated play. But make sure y'all are in the description checking out all the social medias because we're posting the short clips. But appreciate it.
Technical difficulties, but we still got to get these predictions in tonight. Big game. The Pens have coming off a great big break. I'm feeling a little bit of kindy action. 5-3. Pittsburgh Penguins going to the playoffs. Let's go Pens.